The blood gas analysis is usually done on microsamples. When it comes to neonatology, it's very important to focus on bloodletting volumes. And obviously, when we have the microsamples, which are like 0.1 to 0.2 ml of volume, you shouldn't really send a bigger sample. So one of the key requirements of any neonatal intensive care unit, which is busy, should be a standalone blood gas analyzer in the NICU. In case you are in a smaller unit and you don't have a standalone analyzer in your unit, you can always send it in a capillary tube to the lab, placed on ice and secured properly. You need to shake the samples well, and you need the capillary tubes with the iron pellet in it, which will help to mix it well and avoid clot formation. Some labs unfortunately do not have that, and then you may need a larger syringe sample, which becomes 0.3 to 0.5 ml as a minimum sample. When you do have a blood gas analyzer, you should be familiar with what type of cartridge you are using in your unit, and the type of cartridge we use determines the result we get. Of course, you cannot change it every now and then because the calibration will be linked to the type of cartridge you use. So in a predominant basis, you have to choose the one which will be most suitable for you. And you do have the options to add separate tests. We can discuss, of course, the cost increases when you add certain parameters. So we can add bilirubin, electrolytes. If you're on nitric oxide, methemoglobin measurements help you. Measurement of lactate will be useful as well. It's very important to be aware of the sampling method, and we should be clear to avoid contamination. Calibration is important. Sometimes the machines calibrate when you're taking the sample, so you should be aware of the routine when the calibration happens, whether it is automatic, whether the lab personnel comes and does it on your lab. So you have to decide the sampling time in relation to the calibration time, because sometimes you take the sample when the machine calibration is going on. Some of the major calibrations may take as much as 15-20 minutes. So you can't re-prick the baby, or the clinical situation might change. So in that situation, you have to have the presence of mind to send it to your adjacent lab or to the next door machine. Sometimes the labor room has a separate machine and you can use it there as well. Entering the patient information in the blood gas machine is very important. So medico-legal purposes, the time when you do it, the backup is there. You have the log to go through it as well. So it serves as a proof in case you lose the paper version.